Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 11. It's time to continue the development of our colony on Planeton 2. Last game we ended up with some scrapes and bruises and gunshots because we had two invasions. A single guy coming from the left and a larger group coming from the bottom right. And the intensity of those attacks is only going to increase over time. So it's getting more and more important to actually see if we can develop and secure the base. Because currently we kind of went to them to defend, especially the party here. We had a bit of skirmishing in the forest. There's actually a couple of pieces of clothing and a club and some more stuff over there that remains from the fight. So we went over there. So I think for this episode the priority is going to be to just get some more defenses set up. Because now last episode we also fixed the food production. So let's see what we're gonna do. And also we don't have any trading capacity. That might even be more damning. Because trade in this game, for that you need two items. One is a communications console, which we can just, yeah, let's just put it in here, in the room that will have the batteries. Thinking if we keep the batteries there, then we can put a building there. Okay, because we don't use the comms console very often. It's basically only when anytime there's trade, so we can put it away in something like a broom closet that's currently holding our batteries. And the other item is an orbital trade beacon. And there's actually multiple things that you use them for. One of the purposes is if you put it next to a storage area, then everything inside of the outlined area can be beamed up for trading. It will be available for trading. Doesn't matter if it's outside or inside. So we have some food storage here, we have some other items storage here. We put a beacon in, then we can trade them. The other use is if you put a beacon outside, then if you actually buy something from a trader or if you sell something for silver, then it will drop usually in a general area of the trade beacon. And it's also every once in a while pirates manage to pick up on the signal emitted by a trade beacon, and they will land in drop pods on top of it. So you don't want to have a trade beacon in a unguarded space in the middle of your in the middle of the base. You usually want to keep it at least outside of your guarded perimeter. So in our case, if we put like big machine gun turrets behind the sandbags, then maybe something like this would be nice to put a trade beacon down. But now I think this mad animal is really screaming for attention. Where is it? Ah, it's a squirrel. So let's designate it for being hunted. Then sooner or later someone is gonna go there. Hey, Mosquito is not one of ours. He's actually a prisoner. Okay, we're already trying to recruit him. Then it is fine. One of the other ones start walking again. Ah, we got Janice strapping, walking up and down to get all the useful items. Okay, so squirrel will come. We'll take care of it. We have some steel, but not a lot. Though obviously the colonists here are picking up some items, which includes a bunch of steel. Where is that angry squirrel? There. Okay, and Smay's looking to go there. Yeah. Okay. You're kind of going the wrong way, Smay. Let's aim you again. Miss. Miss. Okay. How hard is it to attack a squirrel? Okay. He's coming closer. Yay! Smay actually killed him. So, Smay probably needs some more shooting lessons. Yeah, only 6 points. So actually something like this, where he's gonna hunt and get some food. That's good, because then he can just take as many pot shots as he needs, and eventually he'll get enough XP to level up, because of all the practice of missing the squirrels. So that works. Okay. So console, then trade beacon. So I think we're just gonna put one down here. It's a bit out of the way, then if you want we can expand a little bit. And it's not too far that we have to run huge amounts of distances to actually grab the silver. And the other one, let's just put it inside of here in our general purpose storage box. Someone has a poor mood. Vladimir, why are you having a poor mood, man? Because... oh wow, you're just generally feeling terrible. He's got a bad day. Okay, fair. His sleep got disturbed. Okay, yeah, that's understandable because a lot of people here are sharing a bedroom. This is non-medical now, that's maybe useful. Then we can assign it to Vladimir. We got strapping there, we got nobody here. Oh. So let's put Vladimir here actually, and he's got his own bedroom. Whatever, people can just figure it out if we just... okay, so Jen has that one, then we move Jen here. We can disassemble that one. So just getting some more rooms up and running might not be the worst idea in the world. Ah, and Vladimir is already digging. Okay, cool. Okay, let's let him go out. Ah, yeah, he was also inside and it's ugly and stuff. So, okay. Things will get better at some point. Just keep dragging stuff out. Okay, so in order to trade, we need to pick someone who has the highest social score. We actually have one person with a social score, and that's our grumpy cat Vladimir. So, apparently there's a pirate merchant overhead. I don't actually recall what pirate merchants are. I think they're new. So let's have a chat. Because there's different types of overhead. There's Mosquito, Weaver. Ah yeah, we captured Mosquito. He's got that's the character we captured. Yeah, but Mosquito was actually nice. Okay, so pirate merchants, apparently they're like slavers from the previous alpha. Or maybe they actually are just slavers. So, because we captured Mosquito and we could actually say, okay, we're just gonna sell him. And then we get 748 pieces of silver, or silver dollars for that. We have a bunch of artillery shells. That used to be rubbish, but now you can make improvised explosive devices out of them. So let's just sell 10, keep the rest. Medicine is highly overpriced, because it's in red, so that means it's very highly overpriced. And on my side, this is pretty cheap. I think for medicine, 20-25 is the going rate. So there's no point in selling them. They've got some bionic body parts for sale. Bionic body parts are awesome since they're better than biological ones. So often you want your characters to end up with biological or with bionic body parts. Got some simple prosthetics. I don't think we actually need prosthetics yet on anyone. Let's have a quick look. Okay, if we can get bionic eyes, then Jen could actually become useful. But for the rest, we don't have anyone who has particular problems with their body yet. So let's continue the simulation. Okay, and then here the gold or the silver we got for selling some of items is dropped down in a pot, and someone will eventually pick it up and store it for us. So that's the basis of trade in this game. I don't think we had a lot of diggers, did we? Yeah, see, Vladimir is our main digger. Strapping. He's got good skills, so why isn't he assigned? Because he's our main grower and builder. Okay, so if there's more important things to do, they can do it. And our warden, that's also Vladimir. Ah yes, so our main digger is also the one that's going to chat and take care of our prisoner. This is a medical bed. Let's make it non-medical. Let's make this one medical. Then he'll flip and take a better bed. We'll make him happier because now he slept on the ground. Slept in the heat because this is not yet ventilated. Ah! Ventilation. That's a useful thing to do. How are we with steel? Yeah. Okay, so let's put a vent in there. This is obviously the fridge, so we don't want to ventilate it. On the other hand, actually we can cancel the vent here. Put a vent in here and put a vent in there. Then we'll use the corridors as a way to equalize the temperature on all sides. And then once we can break this through, we can actually equalize the temperature that way. Yes. Psychic drone has ended, and the women of the colony are cranky no more about that. Okay, 30%. Oh, okay, so we really need to make a mosquito happier. So let's give him a spot table to eat at. That's probably gonna be much appreciated. Give him a wooden stool next to it. So he can at least sit and eat. And I think the power usage on the lamps was still pretty ridiculous. Doesn't say. I think it used to be something like 150 watts. Now, of course, they don't have LED lighting in RimWorld. And for glowing bulbs, 150 is not too bad, I suppose. Okay. So we had strapping and Jen as well, so they're all just relaxing early in the morning. So let's have a look and wait and see what strapping is going to do after he's done with his walk. Bulk cut trader. So we'll get quick updates like that every time something comes in. Let's send Vladimir to the comms console again. What do they got? So medicine we can sell it for 13 rather than 14, so that's actually less. Hey, and they have steel that we could potentially buy. We don't have a beacon yet that connects our food, because otherwise we would be able to sell our food as well. Okay, so at the moment we have a bunch of leather, but that's potentially what we want to use to make some clothes, because people are running around naked. So there's nothing to actually buy. So Vladimir, yeah, he's now going to take care of his wardening duties. We got Smay, who's cleaning up the blood. Jen is making the food, and we got Strapping coming back from his morning walk. Well, holy wow, 13 o'clock. We spent half the day going for a morning walk. Okay, I'm slightly less amused with that. Let's have a look if we can see if we should assign some areas. Because that's a new feature in this in Alpha 11. And you can mark out areas that most of the time your characters are going to try to stay inside of. So let's say we just have area 1 that we considered to be the base. So let's pad it with another 2 on all the sides. And this more or less lines up now with our home area, I think. It roughly lines up with our home area. Okay, so what's your reason for going out of the area? 'Cause you're hauling. Okay, that's fair, I suppose. But Vladimir, Smay, you're just being bored. So if we say to everybody, just stay in area 1 for now. We have an exotic goods trader. Sure, Vlad, you talk. So if Smay, you know, he can just mine. Lowest priority, 0.4. There's plenty of stuff that needs mining. And hauling. Okay, medicine is expensive as well. Or did I select the wrong one? Ah yeah, I selected the bulk trader, but we got the exotic goods. Usually once you got an artist making sculptures, this is a really nice way to make money. Okay, this is a very poor quality tribalware, so we can just sell that. If we want, we can buy a television for entertainment. Armored vests are pretty useful to have. Bionic eye. That's potentially useful for one of our characters. We don't have the money for it. So that's the interesting bit. Usually you want to stabilize your colony, focus a bit on food, get, you know, just make your characters better at you know, producing food, clothing, just all the basics. So now we got Vladimir digging, we got Smay making furniture, power is accumulating, we need more metal. So let's just start with just digging out some parts of this mountain. Because then we can build some turrets and see about getting our defense up. And I spotted that we kind of opened up the wall there, which wasn't quite the plan. So, Vladimir is already fixing it, that's good. Yeah. So once we get this one dug out, let's so step 1 is opening up this one, then we got at least the corridors connected. Step 2 is to, maybe we should start with this one. Is this, yeah, this is just a wooden wall we built. So then if we just dig this out, on the inside we still got the stone. Then we can just open it up, put wooden wall in it, and then we start hollowing out the insides. This one we can dig out, that one we can dig out. And then just accelerate time a little bit. So yeah. I don't usually start with this motley crew, so to say. I usually tend to roll my characters slightly more optimal, that at least they can do everything. Because in this case we only have 2 out of 4 colonists actually contributing to building the base, which is rather unfortunate. Well, now they're all mining, so that's an upside they weren't before. Hey, you just cutting off plants. Let's also tell that you can do it. So almost through. almost true. Because currently the temperature here is 25. It's 33, 34 over here, which is kind of ridiculous. But that's also all because we're just running a cooler here. And it's really warm outside, so we can't really vent much of the temperature there either. We have yet another bulk trader coming in. Maybe we actually just should put a orbital trade beacon in here. Then we can sell our foodstuffs if we want to. And we're still considered indoor. Yeah. So there's no diagonal passing of temperature or connecting, even though this does look like a crack. It actually is not. So just to make it look slightly less odd, let's just close that up. Actually, if we add a wooden wall, a door over here, then it's nice and symmetrical. And if possible, I do like nice and symmetrical designs. So how is our harvest going? Oh, cool. Rice is ready to harvest. Potatoes are ready to harvest. But hauling is a higher priority than growing. People growing, I think it's more important for you to go after food than to haul stuff. Let's just clear up our priorities. And Mosquito is now happy enough, because he can actually sit at the table when eating and sleep on a chair. Still, obviously, he's in darkness and imprisoned and in a little pain. Ah, because he got bitten. Alright, so at some point Mosquito will join our ranks. We have struck compacted plasteel. That's pretty cool. You don't find that very often. Okay, and we are almost connected now, so that's one of the odd little things. The NPCs tend to prioritize things that are closer to them, which makes sense, but that also means that if they get distracted by something and move over to the other side, it could be that they just start mining here rather than finish what they were doing over here, which is funny. Let's see, we have 100 meats, we have 360 vegetarian foods. Are we actually making mixed meals already? No, we're not using meat yet. So our cooking skill isn't high enough yet on the characters. This one is at 4, almost 5. This one is at 5, almost 6. Okay. So we will get there. Morning walk. So, because they're kind of joy deprived and stuff. Ah, yes. We have joy. I'd forgotten about that. They can. Let's build a steel horseshoes pin. They really like that stuff. To just throw horseshoes, and it will actually help them improve their shooting skill, which is useful by itself. Okay, so. You can mine, right? Yeah, let's finish that one up. Thank you. So, now we got the temperature equalized everywhere. Which means it's becoming useful to just equalize the temperatures out here. That one should go there, and that one should go there for symmetry's sake. It's been a while since we got attacked. That's starting to worry me, to be honest. I think we don't have... Ah yeah, see, the mining is not in our allowed area. Now it is. So in addition to mining here, they'll go over there to do some mining as well. And Jen now has skill 6 in cooking because I spot some fine meals that are being made. Which is good, because her chance to spoil food is now also going down. Or to poison the food. Unintentionally, obviously, because our colonists are never going to intentionally poison their fellow colonists. I don't think we have that level of simulation in the game. And we should actually add this to the base as well, so we actually pick up the silver that gets dropped. Okay, let's just do it that way. As I said, let's just make it look slightly pretty. Cool. So at some point someone is going to decide, hey, let's haul that silver. But silver doesn't spoil, so it's not that important. So Jen is probably gonna just stay stuck in here cooking all the time. It's at least until we have enough food. This is actually pretty productive. Wow. Nice. We got some haulage going on, some cleaning going on. Let's just drag off all the little chunks. Okay, let's just do a force cut to get rid of all the trees in the storage there. And let's do the same with around our base. So people will not get just slowed down by walking past trees all the time. GB traders. Vladimir. Do you have a moment? Yes. Let's go there. So, now that the trading, there's also a trading beacon in the food storage. And now you'll see that there's a lot more things that we could potentially sell. Wow, that's a ridiculous price for the medicine, by the way. 51. Some of the plasteel, that's rather valuable. Well, also useful. Okay, so potatoes. I tend to sell that as well as rice. If when I got enough food, and we have over 1,000 vegetable stuff. And if you add all the food up, we actually need to do some hunting. So especially, you know, it's August. We can probably sell some, get the second harvest in, and make some money this way. Just so do it like that. Sell a bunch of berries. Just make it end in a 2, so we get down to a nice multiple of 10. Which works in how much we need for cooking. So we get 237 silvers. So we're starting to slowly build up some cash. So we get 1,000 stored up. So maybe the next time someone comes by with bionic body parts, we can actually buy them. And this ought to be inside of our allowed area, so they will pick it up once they're done hauling. Thank you so much for watching. The recording was longer than my usual 20 to 30 minutes, so I've decided to split this into multiple episodes. While you're waiting for the next episodes, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. They let me know that you want to see more of this, and it helps you know when the next episode goes live. So, see you next episode.